Hey, welcome. In this video, this is one more series of the video of how to make your AI adoption simple in your business. And end of this video, what I won't promise you is that you will know exactly that one step that can help you save maximum amount of time and make your most of AI projects successful. That is how to audit for AI versus human tasks and identify actually AI agents or workflows you need to build to save hundreds of hours, right? So now we have worked with a lot of companies, and this is the first step I recommend with any company is for audit their work. Now, what does this audit means? So how do I audit my existing work or the functions to find out the AI, right? Identify AI ready work, human critical work, and measurable opportunities, especially for the AI agents, workflows, automations, before you buy another tool. This is a very important. A lot of people are buying a lot of tools, but they don't know where to deploy, whether that's really required for your business. So this exercise can make you a big difference, and I'm going to also reveal the tool, what we use and how it shows up maximum savings and opportunities for you and gives the clarity, right? That's the most important thing. Now, first of all, why is AI audit necessary, right? Now, tool adoptions, there are a lot of tools. Of course, the Claude GPT, Chat GPT, Gemini are the biggest LLMs, and there are many other AI tools that are available. But the thing is, if you don't know the exact task clarity, you will leave a lot of value on the table, and the tools may not be of much use. So, first of all, the first step is why AI audit is necessary is buying tools is not going to solve your workflows. So many organizations are purchasing AI tools without first identifying what is the right workflow they need to apply. Whether it's in the HR, whether it's in the sales, marketing, operations, you need to find out what kind of tool do I require to optimize, what kind of workflow exists, right? Now, second very important is the success of AI depends on how the work is done. Now, a lot of people think that AI can do them the work. No, AI success depends on exactly understanding your own work, how actually performed, not just which tools are available. Now, many people say that, okay, I know what I'm doing, but they have never actually mapped their work in a very detail, which they can identify, which can be given to AI, which they should do. Now, that's something many people have missed, and that is where they find out that end of the day they use AI for a very small level of task, which I sometimes have seen only 5% of tasks, right? Now, clarity on who does what, that's a very important, right? AI is a decision engine, AI is a machine, AI can act as an agent, it is similar to another person employing. So you got to know when you are adding AI, what kind of work it does. So AI audit gives clarity on where automation, augmentation, and where human expertise should play each role. Now, this clarity, if it does not exist, the chances that you may be doing work which AI can do better, so which becomes highly inefficient, or you may be giving work to AI which AI is not actually capable to do, which is again makes it very ineffective. So that's the game you need to understand really, right? But how do you do this? How do we achieve this clarity of where the AI work versus the human work? Now, this is where I would say the core question is which activities in this role, whatever the role you are doing, whatever whether you're a CEO or a marketing head or you're a marketing executive, sales leader, it doesn't matter, or even at the function level, can you figure out the activities in your role which are repetitive, logical, and probabilistic? Now, that's very important, right? Probabilistic is where many people don't get that, but that is very important, and which require, on the other hand, the human judgment, empathy, accountability, or strategic thinking. So you got to know in your own work, every week you're doing, every month you're doing, every day you're doing, what kind of work involves this? Because this one question can make it very important for all the audit. Now, this is where we have built a tool to help you achieve this, but let me give you a clear idea how to identify even without the tool, right? Now, very simple thing anybody has to do is they have to do their own audit of their work, weekly audit. The audit begins by documenting a typical week for a role of a team. So this is something people should do. What is that a sales representative is doing? Lead follow-up, proposal drafting, CRM, planning. Now, that's the thing most of people are doing, but this is a very small level. When we map, actually we see 20 to 30 kinds of activities people are doing. Now, the marketing team may be doing competitor analysis, campaign reporting, content drafting, social publishing. Again, this is a very broad, but each of these jobs, there are tens of tasks people are doing. Then the HR team, maybe they are doing interview scheduling, document, onboarding, coordination. So again, there is lots of tasks. Each of these people are doing these things. So some of the jobs includes, and there is a tasks. And very important is the key job, right? Interview scheduling, interviewing people and onboarding new members is a job. But in that, there are lots of tasks. So AI cannot complete a full job. AI can do lots of activities, tasks, so that your job gets completed faster and better. That's the critical thing. Now, the work classification model, the way we see is that there are three categories that sort any task by AI readiness. The first one, what I call as a fully probabilistic. What does that fully probabilistic means? It's a task which is very repetitive, very rule based, and predictable and pattern driven. That means it's a task which you are doing regularly. And everybody has some level of task like this. Maybe for some people it may be 20%, for some people maybe it is 80%, but there is a significant level of repeated activities we are always doing, which is actually the machine can do. Then there is another thing what I call as a ACT, which is augmented causal task. Now, this is where some judgment is required. AI can assist here, but you don't want to let AI complete the job by itself or the task. So you need to enter, you need to approve it like that. Then the third one, which is very important, is human light. That is something where AI cannot do, or maybe you should never give it to AI, even if it says it can do. This is human judgment, empathy, accountability, negotiation, strategy. So we have a very broad list of these tasks. But at the top level, yes, there is a complete AI, partial, and the human light. And based on this, you can get different level of AI usage, right? So for example, here is a simple task, right? Interview scheduling. That's a very fully probabilistic. You can automate scheduling and reminders. There are a lot of things we can actually schedule with interview or some level of lead generations and reminders we can send. But monthly reporting, again, if you are doing some kind of reporting, you have tools, you have got data inside an Excel sheet, you can actually create a complete data and create a dashboard. All these things can be done monthly reporting. Offer letter, that's something again, maybe that's not a very 100% AI. So you can use AI to create the offer letter, but you got to review, you got to approve it. So that's where the AI draft will come, but you will do. Then exit interviews. Now this is where you don't want AI to do. You want to do it because you want to understand real nuances. You need to understand what's happened, why somebody is leaving. So this will maybe AI can do post the interview. It can help you to analyze the notes, analysis. But doing that exact one-to-one interview, you would rather do it's remain a human led. So like this, there are a lot of tasks. But again, just to give you a quick idea of what can be automated, so there are a lot of tasks we have seen which can be automated. Email drafting, scheduling, data extraction, reporting, dashboard, routine documentation, workflow routing, reminder status. This is a very small set. As the AI is improving, there are a lot of things it is entering into areas which earlier were not able to automate or completely do the AI. And as I said, the AI agents are coming, and these things can do a lot more work with complete this thing where human involvement is required is less. But what is the human led? Again, this is very important. So again, depends on the business here, depends on how much you want to really, but some of the things like decision making, yes, you got to decide what is the kind of market to enter, which products to start, which products to stop, which segment to target. These are strategic decisions. Negotiations, relationships, performance evaluation, conflict resolution, accountability, all these things becomes a highly human related, very personal, and you can just use AI for some level to learn, but not to outsource to AI on anything. So from tasks, so why do we do these tasks is very important, because when you get a task, what we can do is to identify projects. Depending on a pool of tasks which AI can do, we can actually create a projects. So say, take the case audit findings. So I may get an audit that there is a high repetitive email volume. So we can create an AI email assistant. So that will do a complete agent or a project. Manual reporting workload, complete automated reporting agent can be built. Reduce complete reporting hours. Complex multi-step approval, you can build a workflow agent. Knowledge intensive tasks, so internal AI assistant, right? You may have a project, you may have a product which people want to understand, you have a training, you can create a knowledge assistant, so reduce support burden. So like that, there are a lot of identifying AI task, which then creating a projects like this gives you a very clear idea which are the things I need to build the projects. And once you do the projects, it's not just that you want to do every project. The audit also important is what's the impact? The impact is very important. Like, how much does this project worth? Should I spend this much time? Is it worth to take this project? And is there a potential to save in terms of time, in terms of revenue? So hours reclaimed through automation, annual productivity impact across. So you can prioritize the projects which you want to do, and based on those prioritization take up. So for example, a marketing team spends 480 hours per month on recurring activities with 3-member team. If the audit identifies 205 reclaimable hours per month, the organization gains significant capacity for strategic work without increasing headcount. So that's if they identify 10 projects and these 10 projects are going to give 205 hours free. Imagine the level the marketing team can focus on the higher value activities, because these are repetitive activities which AI can do this. So I'm going to show you exactly how this report exists, but for now, understand that the very act of identifying the task, identifying the projects, and then identifying the business impact at a function level, at an individual level, is very critical to start AI work. Before simply starting an AI, these things have to happen, and this is where a complete business audit of AI is very much required. So for example, a role audit. So how does this role audit? So I'm just taking a very simple example, HR operations score. So current workload, maybe these are the things, right? Scheduling, reporting, document, onboarding, employee. These are communication HR has. You can use as a sales, you can use as a marketing, it doesn't matter. Now, if you run the audit, you will get something like this. Approximately 18 hours of week is reclaimed for higher value activity. So the audit should give you exact like this. What are the projects involved, how much time you can grieve, how much of delegation potential, and how much human critical. That's the level audit will help you to achieve. So another thing is the marketing team, 480 hours per month, they are spending 3 people, 205 hours reclaimable, and 6 agents identified. That's another audit report when we run it game. So it also showed what are the agents identified. Competitive intelligence, campaign drafting, analytics, publishing, KOL engagement, training content. That's the level we could see that. So I want to take you through this so that you get an idea very quickly. So let's dive into this. So this is a HR job, as I said. There is a lot of report exists where it shows human independent investment is 49%, AI delegation is 51%. So what are the things? Quick wins is the 5 tasks. So there is a lot of interviews are manually scheduled that can be easily done by the AI. So there are agentic tools available which can be used also. Then monthly HR dashboards and routine communications, maybe birthdays, anniversary, these are things done by company. Now again, these are all, there can be a simple apps can be used, or the chat GPT can be used to do these things. Then agents can be built or workflows. Then daily pre-check candidate documents, and again, there are other tools available to use. Onboard new joinees. Like this, it gives a very clear action plan for the HR team to focus for the next 3 months on what are the AI scope and which projects they need to take. So this is run for a company. And then let's understand how also, as I said, the marketing team, right? Now, this is something where we did for one of our company, marketing team. It's a pharma marketing company. So, as I said here, so there is a team size, they spend almost 480 hours. And based on the work they do, it is possible to gain 205 hours, right? And they figured out what are the agents they need to build to achieve this. These are 6 agents they can build immediately, and it gives them that much free time. Because the agents can perform most of the repetitive activities. And before and after, right? Before, this is the kind of work they are doing, these are the time, and after it takes from 40 hours to 8 hours, 50 hours to 15 hours, like that. So what humans should focus on the brand and portfolio decision, cross-functional alignment on this, and whereas what is that first way to start, which is the first agent to start. So competition like this, we can do the audit. And how we achieve this is we have built a tool which does this work. So there is an AI task analyst, identify your low ROI work and focus on the high causal judgment. This tool is built especially with a mind exactly how it works. It knows what is the AI work, probability, and then the causal work, and you can use it for at a company level, organization level, or a individual level. Detailed analysis you can give, and it gives you a complete guide as I showed you. So the whole idea is again to coming back, the AI, once you do the audit, the key is to identify the key projects you want to do, the quick wins, what are the workflow automation, the approvals, onboard project types, and what is the efficiency, business value. Some may be time saving, some is a process efficiency. Then what AI agents needs to build, right? That's a very important. What is the scope for AI agents? It can be voice agents, it can be research agents, analytics agents, content. So this is all huge business value in terms of productivity. And finally, strategic AI initiatives, which is the value is competitive advantage. So as I say, the business value has to be seen not just from efficiency, but it's also revenue, it's also productivity, it's also time savings, and different kinds of project types you can identify. So what do you as a business leader gain once you do this kind of audit? You get a clear roadmap of AI ready work across organizations. Then you also identify workflows suitable for automation or agents. You also get an estimated time saving and productivity. Prioritize roadmap for AI projects, right? That's the critical. So you know for next 3 months, how do I achieve the AI? The clarity you will get as a business leader, and where the human expertise, so you can, and where the AI is good. So you get that exact clarity, so you can start building on that. This is what is missing for a lot of businesses I've seen. They are using AI left and right, spray and pray. Instead, this kind of clarity, if you spend some time and achieve this clarity, then most of your AI projects will be a lot more successful, and you will find out that your teams also will be focusing on the right kind of work. So how this engine works, one of the best way this engine works is you give the weekly activities by role or function, or sometimes it can even take your job, or it can take your what we call as a complete marketing function at a top level. The more the detail, the better. Then the AI audit runs and it finds out the fully probability ACT, which is augmented causal tasks and fully causal classifications, and it sorts every task and it gives you the automation agents, hours saved, a prioritized roadmap. So a good this thing is to identify all the activities and classify and ready tasks, and then come up with the various workflows, agents, hours saved, all these areas. So the goal is move from adding AI tools to building projects. Because see, the key thing is every company already has a lot of opportunity inside. This is something we have seen in existing workflows. Only thing is You got to see it from an audit wise. You need to know where AI and where human works, so that you can actually see the what can be automated, what workflows exist, what can be redesigned. That is where, which is very important. And many business leaders, since you're working daily, you may not be able to see this, but when a third party view with a very clear is come, it becomes much more clearer. So you can get a practical roadmap for building AI powered efficiency without losing your human judgment, which is finally critical for any business outcomes, I would say. So if you want to schedule an AI audit for your business, you can click the link below and schedule a call, or join our community to learn more some of these tools and follow me. Once again, thank you for watching this. If you have any comment, leave me a comment and give a share. And if you like it, do like and share to people who may benefit from this.